Hi everybody. This episode of Take a Sip is titled Handling My Emotions. In Leviticus chapter 10 verses 1 to 7, it talks about the story of Aaron the priest who had 4 sons. 2 of his sons ended up dying because they offered unauthorized fire to God. Excuse me. One of the things that they were instructed not to do is they were instructed not to cry. They said God revealed to them that their relatives could actually mourn the loss of them. But Aaron was not allowed to cry, and his other two sons were not allowed to cry for the loss of their brother, which is a very natural reaction for any of us who have experienced a loss, is to cry and mourn over that loved one that was lost. But they were particularly told not to cry and not to mourn over them. They were told that because it wasn't the time and it was not the place for them to do that. But their relatives could mourn for them. There was a season in my life where someone was being vengeful towards me. And I say it's a season because it went on and on. It wasn't just once or twice. It was on and on. And the more that this person was vengeful towards me, the more I smiled and the more I prayed for them. It was not easy for me to do this, and I can tell you now that the only way I was able to do this is through the grace of God, because I did pray for the strength to be able to do it, because I knew that I could not do that on my own. I did not smile because it was easy, and I didn't smile because it was a fun thing to do. I smiled because I knew that's what I needed to do in order to maintain my own sense of peace. And I also prayed for them because that was the only thing that I could do as far as they were concerned. I can only control myself, and as far as you can control anyone else, that was the easiest and best thing for me to do, was just to pray for them. The encouraging scripture that I want to say comes from Ephesians chapter 4, verses 26 to 27. And this is another verse that I've used before in one of my other episodes, but again, I'm going to repeat it because reminders don't hurt, and this is obviously one that we could all use, I feel. It says, "In your anger, do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry. And do not give the devil a foothold." There are 3 things that this scripture is telling us. Number 1, don't act on how we feel. Number 2, don't allow your anger to linger. Don't allow it to last for so long that it consumes you and it consumes the rest of your day or the rest of your week, or any longer than it has to be there. Don't entertain that, and don't allow it to become your lifestyle and dictate whether or not you're going to be happy and live a joyful life. And the third thing is, don't give the devil an opportunity. When it says do not give the devil a foothold, don't give him an opportunity to step into your life and do what he wants to do, which is kill, steal, and destroy. He wants to kill our joy, he wants to steal our peace, and he wants to destroy our mind. And if he can get us focused on our feelings and focused on the fact that we may feel like we have a right to be angry, he will do just what he wants to accomplish, which is to kill, steal, and destroy. Because anger doesn't... It's not going to get you far in life, and I had to learn the hard way that it wasn't best for me to hold on to my feelings of anger that I had. So I will say this as a word of encouragement. If you are struggling in this area, hopefully this verse will help you, because in the end, we're responsible for what we do. We're not responsible for what other people say, do, or how they respond to us, but we are responsible for us, and we're responsible for our own happiness and for our own joy. And I believe that's a very important key for even me to remember, is that I'm responsible for how I live my life, and I'm responsible for the peace that I have and the joy that I have. Excuse me. So hopefully this will be an encouraging scripture to you as it was to me.